What's good, everybody? It's your boy icjosh, and we're here to talk about one thing, and that is, should the 120% leads be EZA to 150, or should we have new 150 mono team leads? This ranking was done by Mystic Shadow 88, and it was literally, I didn't even realize until before I was about to record this that it was literally done in July the 28th in 2017. So this ranking is literally probably changed a lot, and yeah, it's definitely changed a lot in 2019. So I want somebody in the comment section below to rank it from best to worst in 2019. I want to see what you guys come up with this one from the mono teams. But first off and foremost, if you guys do enjoy the video, straight up that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications where you get notified when we go live and put up more videos. This is for fun, so we're just going to look at this because in all seriousness, you could probably make a counter argument to be like, well, no, because Bandai could literally release new cards to make money, but at the same time they could just EZA these cards and it'd be like, no, Bandai's losing money. No, well, they'll probably come up with their own banners as well that you can summon on and get dupes of and everything else as well. So it's really like they're not really gonna lose any money here, because people would still probably go to rainbow some of these units as well, especially if they was to get EZAs. But I want to say one thing too. I will be giving these guys EZAs, and also I will be giving them active skills with their EZAs, but I will not be giving them an active skill of a super attack. So pretty much an ultimate attack active skill they will not get, because obviously for the first trend, Goku and Vegeta already have an LR that literally have an active skill as well that is an ultimate attack. So I will not be doing that as well, because I want to save this for later on, that some of these guys may get ultimate attacks later on when they're either LRs or come back as another lead of something else, or you never know, new card. So going through here, let's go with the worst. Let's click on the worst one, which in this one is probably still, I would probably say he's still the worst of the 120 leads. Now going down here, you see his stats maxed out, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. I will not be giving him like stupid busted stats over. So in my defense, I'll probably say just maybe add about I would say maybe 1500 on everything would still be suffice enough for them, because again, they still would be doing a lot of damage. But even if you do just again put them as key +3 for their respective types, so this is all types, so just going to 150, whatever categories that they're usually going to be on is probably going to hit a lot harder, except for artificial right now. But he would hit harder on Android's category as well, so just remember that as well. I'm pretty sure, because Android category is not 170. I can't remember if it's just attack is 150 or 170, whatever, but I'm pretty sure he's probably not gonna be hitting as hard. Well, actually he'd be hit harder on the category instead of just being the 30%, well 300% as well for his actual skills of his leader and everything else. So first thing is first, leader skill 150 +3 key. You can even go for a key, but that's just going out there. Super attack, shocking death ball, causes immense damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense. I would personally say that would probably still be the same, obviously with the 15 on it, because I don't think he was going to need any more like buff or debuff on that one, unless you want to go immense damage and greatly lowers attack and defense. Then that'd be a little bit of something. His passive skill, I think, would probably change a lot here, because instead of having the damage received, you can still have damage received -40% if you want, to normal attacks, super attacks, whatever, but the attack 30% where each attack receives, so pretty much have to get hit 4 times to get 120%. I think they could probably do away with that one, and in all seriousness, they could probably just go ahead and give him like attacking defense 120%, or even like 130% up on, you know, whatever on the first rotation or something like that, and then possibly giving him something else where he's like, oh, giving everyone, all extreme allies get +2 key, and maybe like attacking defense 20% or something like that. They don't have to make them like incredibly busted. Even just 10% would be okay in this situation, because again, you're not trying to make them incredibly stupid OP. But the active skill, Now, coming over to the list of active skills, we already know which one this one is because I've already said this one a long time ago, and I think even in the stream before. Absorption. Absorb key, super attacks, and recover HP. I would give him that one as an active skill. So in all seriousness, Super 17, when you think about, you know, absorbing super attacks and stuff, you literally think about Super 17 and the androids. So pretty much what they do. So right there, I would say that would probably bump him up a lot more. And I know there's a lot of people out there that do have this man literally 100%, and probably have a couple dupes as well, just chilling, and they don't know anything. They don't know what to do with it. So I mean, literally, if you get him to SA 15 and stuff like that, there you go. You'd be incredibly happy. Same thing for me with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm pretty much in that same boat. So I personally think that his stats going up to 17,700. Literally 17,000 and then 12,000. He's good with the active skill to absorb and stuff like that. He's a lot better, and I think a lot of people would probably run him a little bit more, because then they would be like, okay, he's not totally useless, he's not totally terrible, he's a lot better now. So I would probably have fun running you know, a mono extreme AGL team in 2019. So that's just one thing for it. Now, I don't agree with Vegeta being all the way down here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say whatever, because this is an old list. So I'm not even, I'm just gonna be completely totally biased right here. I honestly think that mono as super agility is actually pretty good. So again, leader skill, either +3 key, HP attack and defense 150%, or 4 key, whichever one you would kind of want to go with. This one with the easy A if you want to actually up the key or not. So I don't want to keep saying this for every one of them, but super attack causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. You could probably give him a buff on this one. You could probably get rid of greatly lowers defense, and for his would be causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly raises his attack. So he would greatly raise attack and cause immense damage to the enemy. I think that would be somewhat of a good buff in his super attack already, because again, Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely outbeats him when it comes to damage wise. He definitely does. Now defense wise, Vegeta's a whole lot better. So in this sense, you have attack and defense 120% medium chance to evade enemy super attacks and counter with tremendous power. So I think when you're going to easy A's and stuff like that, I'd possibly say maybe he would go up to, maybe you can give him attack and defense 140 or just 130, just a 10% increase, because again, SA 15 higher stats, you can still go somewhere around the lines of that, and then have him still either be medium chance or high chance. And same thing for Goku, would be immediate. You can keep it medium or high chance, but if you keep it medium, then I would say go attack 140% for him, and then keep it as medium chance to do that as well. And then for his active skill, now this is something that's going to be interesting, because I'm looking back at throughout the whole active skills, and even if I say one that you may not agree with or something like that, you can also go through and change it for that one and be like, hey, I think Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta should have this active skill more than that active skill. So keep that in mind. You can still do that in the comment section below as well. But I'm looking through this when I see true potential, increase your power level by 50%, key release, increases your key to 100%, key focus, you know, get all the key orb. That one I already have someone for that one. Double strike attack, attack twice in a row. Again, he already comes with a additional as well, with a free additional in the dupe system. So I mean, if you really wanted to go that way, you could necessarily do that. Break attack, break your opponent's guard, charge up, double your next attack. So I mean, in all seriousness, I probably just from going through right now, you have spirit cannon, cancel your opponent's attack turn, which would be pretty decent. Telekinesis, reduce your opponent's defense to 100% to 0, excuse me. Counter attack, damage received to next attack. So pretty much add damage received to next attack. So wherever you got damage, you would just add that to it. And Yajirobe's strike, nullify all effects. Protect, reduce damage received to 10%. Absorption, we already know that. And pressure, low power level. So lower power level by 50%. Regeneration, and then surprise attack, extend attack turn by 1. So, and in my personal opinion, probably giving Vegeta maybe charge up to double your next attack would probably be really good for him, and that would definitely make him a lot better at actually attacking, and would definitely he would definitely probably pass up Goku. As of right now, he would probably pass up Goku when it comes to actually doing attack, especially if you have him 100% as well. He's gonna be, with that, he'd be doing absolutely crazy amount of damage. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that he would be doing crazy amount of damage. He probably would be hitting, if you put that active skill out, he probably would be hitting maybe about 4 million type advantage, probably like 5 million or so on that one as well. So I would personally say give him charge up, and he should be low-key really damn good. And then if you go with the same traditional 1500 of the stats going up, just 1500, just adding 1500, you have 17,800 on HP, 17,000 attack, and then you literally have 11,000, almost technically actually 12,000, and I think 300. So 12,300 defense right there for this guy, and he would be 100% a monster. This guy would be a damn monster. So Broly, okay, I already told you guys I had one for Broly. So I already had one for someone when we was reading off those active skills, and this yeah, it is for him. So again, his super attack causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense as well. You can still go with that. You can go with greatly lowers attack and defense. And that would be amazing. His passive skill already is attack 100%, attack 12%, and 12%, and defense minus 10% per key spirit obtained. Now this is where I think that his passive would actually change a lot. You can still keep his attack being 100%, or you can be like, okay, have Broly be attack 90%. So as you're probably like, okay, you just, debuffed him a little bit, but hear me out, but have attack and defense be 12% per key spirit obtained. So now you're giving him actual defense, or you can just go with him being attacking defense 80. I'd be okay with him being 80. Attacking defense 80%, so you're giving him defense, and then attack and defense being like 10% per key spirit obtained. That way you're still giving him defense, because the thing about this card is he already hits incredibly hard, but he does not have any defense. So that's one of the reasons why no one likes to run his team. Even back then, it was because he had no defense. He hit really hard, but if you got his super attack, especially by type disadvantage, type advantage, you were literally getting royally screwed right there. So that was one of the reasons why, no one really ran him that much. But you give him defense, then that's all for it. And again, his HP and stuff like that, it goes up to roughly around about a little bit over 16,000. His attack is going to be like 18,000. So you literally have 16,000, 18,000, and then you have roughly about 12,000 in defense. And then for his active skill, you could go ahead and give him key focus and literally give him all the key on the board. So he literally turns into a nuker, and you can probably give that to him roughly around maybe 3 or 4 turns, and there you go. Like, I think this guy would shoot up even more. Oh my god, he would definitely shoot up even more of getting use. He would definitely come for, especially giving him defense and being able to nuke the whole field. This guy would probably go up to in the top 4. I would personally say he would probably be that strong, because he's already a hard hitter right now. So adding that to him, he's going to be crazy stupid. Now, let's go to Ginetta, because right off the bat, I just want to go ahead and say you can give Ginetta the, where is it at? the telekinesis. So you could probably give him this right here, reduce your opponent's defense to 0, like right off the bat. You can just go ahead and say that's him right there. Causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. I mean, all extreme types usually kind of have the greatly lowers defense, so it's like whatever on that one. I mean, you can still be like, okay, you could buff him. You could be like raises maybe raises attack and defense, maybe has a greatly, not greatly, but high chance or something. You can give him something along that to maybe like slightly raises attack and lowers defense. So I mean, you can give him something along the lines for that. His passive is attack 80%, guards activated against all attacks, medium chance to evade enemies attacks, including super attacks. Okay, with this one, so far, if I'm not mistaken, the EZA intelligence Ginetta literally is outclassing him right now. So in my personal opinion, you give him attack and defense 120%, and then you can still have everything else be the same, and that works out even better. I mean, you're giving him a 40% buff on attack, and you're also going to give him defense as well. So even if he doesn't invade an attack or a super attack, he can still tank that damn hit. So that's already, in my personal opinion, great. And then when you add the telekinesis on there, you can literally just take away the defense. Your opponent's defense is literally 0. So whenever he's super attacking, he's greatly lowering. So I don't know if you can go lower. I don't know if you can go into the negatives, but he would hit a lot harder right there. So they would help out a lot. His defense roughly around, I would say, still somewhere around a little bit over 11,000. Yeah, a little bit over 11,000. His HP is 17,800, and his attack is literally 17,600. So I mean, there you go. 17,600 and everything. He's great all right off the bat. And plus, again, if you disagree with what I say on what their active skills or what else you possibly think you would give him for a super attack or passive, let me know for that character as well in the comment section below. But this is, obviously you haven't noticed this is going to be a longer video because we'll go through this and we're going to talk about these guys as well. Now let's get to Goku, because Goku was literally one of the hardest hitters in the game whenever he first came out. If I'm not mistaken, I think maybe Gohan was the only person that kind of really out damaged him, or if he actually out damaged Gohan there for a little bit, I can't remember. But I know he was like literally one of the hardest hitters in the game. So you come here over to a super attack, causes immense damage, defense plus 30% for 6 turns. Already that's not bad. So maybe you can go ahead and be like, okay, maybe he gets maybe 50% defense for 6 turns. So you buff him by 20% for defense. There you go. It's not bad. His attack, literally stupid, 150% attack. You could leave that. Low-key, you could probably leave that alone in all seriousness, and maybe give him like defense plus 20% or something like that. Make him a defense powerhouse as well too. And there you go on that one. And then you could still give him the same active skill as Vegeta of what did I give Vegeta? It was double strike attack, so that way they're still technically like the same, and they still technically do the same active skill, because I mean the 4-year anniversary LRs where they have ultimate attacks as well. You know, when they came through, they pretty much did the same thing, but you could have it to where he's still going to out damage Vegeta, but he's still going to have a little bit more defense as well to be able to tank some hits and stuff like that. You could arguably say he's probably still going to be better than Vegeta as well. So that's still one of them in there. But going back to his stats, yeah, you can pretty much just see where his stats is going. 17,800, 19. Was that almost? No, 18,000 attack, and pretty much almost about 11,000, almost 11,000, about 10,000. I want to say, yeah, 10,600 or something like that. Defense, this guy's going to be incredible still. and probably, yeah, definitely won't going to be extremely. He's probably hitting 6 million now that I'm thinking about that. He's probably hitting 6 million. So Cooler's an interesting one because Cooler's not bad still. In all seriousness, none of these cards are bad. You know, they fit into the new metas, they fit into the new categories and stuff like that. And even on their respective categories, you guys know that they'll be hitting harder there, so keep that in mind. But causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. I mean, what else do you want from that one? His passive of attack and defense 100%. Okay, I can see him getting 120. I can see him getting actually 150 in all seriousness. And you make him 150, you give him 50% on boost of attack and defense. Holy crap. Especially able to launch an additional attack which has a chance to become a super attack. I think you go ahead and be like, yeah, he can launch an additional super attack. Just cut the BS and be like, he launches an additional super attack. And you're like, oh, okay. So actually that 150 is probably too much now that I'm thinking about that. Maybe 120. Just give him a 20% boost now that I'm actually thinking about that, because I haven't even chose what I would personally give him as an active skill either. So his stats, as you can probably tell, going to be still pretty high. Still not LR or anything like that, but still pretty damn high. So for his active skill, you can give him counter damage received to the next turn. So you could be like, okay, whatever he got hit with, you can give it to for the next one. You can nullify all attacks. You could pretty much have pressure, lower power level by 50%. So I'm pretty sure that's the enemies. You can lower the enemies power level by 50%. Oh, what am I talking about? You could give a Ginetta regeneration too. Now that I'm thinking about that for a second, you could give Ginetta regeneration. Just keeping that in mind. That's the other one that I was going to give him, was when I was actually thinking about his card, was regeneration too. But you could give him a surprise attack, extend attack turn by 1. You can give him that's not bad in all seriousness. You can give him spirit cannon, cancel your opponent's attack turn so they don't attack. You could do a lot with this one in all seriousness, and it all still would be pretty decent. Like you can break their guard. You could do a lot with this guy, but I kind of like lean towards the either the counter or probably giving him a spirit cannon or extended surprise attack. That would actually be kind of nice for Cooler as well. Again, subject to change. You guys can let me know. Now let's okay. Now let's go with Kidbuu. 100% give him regeneration. Give him regeneration as an active skill. I'm not even gonna go to the active skill list. Just give him literally regeneration on that one. Now super attack again causes immense damage to the enemy and recovers 12% of HP. And then passive skill attack 100% plus attack 70% when HP is 30% or above. So pretty much he's getting attack 170% when HP is 30% or above. So the only bad thing about him is he really can't tank either. He's already healing you, but he really can't tank. So I would probably give him attack and defense 100%. Keep it still as 100%. You don't have to go any higher than that, because again his stats are going to go up. So, and he's going to have SA 15. So you just keep it at 100% and give him defense. That way he's actually able to at least tank some hits. Not all hits, but you know, he'd be able to tank some hits. So you go through that and you're at 18, which seems about right for him. HP is 18,000. You know, 17,000 attack and 11,000 defense. So I mean, there you go, right there. That makes Kidbuu a lot better, in my personal opinion. Just giving him the defense along with that, with the higher stats and SA-15. He's already a monster when it comes to attacking. Anyway, he gets 170%. So I mean, that's already crazy right there. So make him have regeneration, the way maybe he can heal you all. Maybe he can heal you once, all the way, or maybe you can have it for a couple of turns for regeneration. So maybe once he pops regeneration, he can heal either somewhere around 40 to maybe 50% of your HP twice. So he comes in, you pop it when you're low, bam, there you go. You go up to maybe about 40 to 50, whichever one you want to kind of balance that out, of HP, and then the next rotation he comes back on, heals you automatically right off the bat as well too, for that 40 to 50% HP again. And plus, when he super attacks, he's getting 12%. You can even make his 12% even higher. You can even go 15% on them, because I mean, you're not upping his attack and making him more OP. You're just making him more of a healer, because again, he's literally Kidbuu. He's the boos regenerate everything, so you can make him a regeneration monster on that one, which would give him way more purpose of a lot of things. Resurrected warriors, Majin Buu Saga transformation boost, artificial life. He literally makes all those guys better, because right now I personally think the physical Eza'D Kidbuu is kind of better than him, just because of his passive and everything. He, in my personal opinion, not damage wise, he's better than him in all around versatility. So coming back off, now you get up to the top 3 right now that we have, and this one's the ones that are going to be sort of interesting for me, because I haven't necessarily thought of active skills for these guys yet. So I may think of an active skill right now, or I may leave you guys up to literally thinking of what active skill they could possibly get as well, because this is fun to me. This is going through and being like, it's fun to go back and see these cards and be like, okay, how can they make them better, since, you know, Bandai's literally giving out Eza'Ds like it's Halloween candy out here, so why not? So his super attack causes immense damage, rare chance to stun the enemy. I think you could probably give a medium chance to stun the enemy for him. That makes him a lot better, because that rare chance is like, ooh, you know, the rare chance, ooh girl. But when you have like a medium chance of doing it, you'll look forward a little bit more in those clutch situations where you're just like, I really need this stun. He has a medium chance to do it. Please do it. There you go. So his passive, attack 120% and attack 20% per rainbow key spirit obtained. I think in all seriousness here, you could just keep his 120%, but his attack 20% per rainbow key spirit obtained. You could probably make that attack and defense, because I mean, right now you don't see no defense on this guy. So I think he only caps at 5 anyway. So you're literally getting 100% attack and 100% defense. So you have 220% attack but 100% defense. So I think right there, that's a win for him. Stats going up 1500, makes him 11,000 defense, 18,000 attack pretty much, and then 16,700 HP, which in my opinion, that's fine with pretty much the immense modifier or whatever for SA-15 and stuff. That's good. These guys are probably going to be hit. I mean, if someone wants to do calculations to this as well, you're free to do those and send those, link in the description to the Discord. You're free to do those as well, because it'd be nice to kind of see what these guys are going to hit for, because I think I have maybe 2 dupes, maybe 1 or 2 dupes of Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, and he still can hit, you know, pretty decently. So, but it's just those rainbow key spirits that you have to really get for him. It caps out at 5. So I mean, the last thing you want to do is be like, oh, he doesn't cap out at 5. Then you start getting into crazy stupidness, and then you probably have to put him higher up on the list, definitely on the list. So, oh yeah, his active skill. I didn't even give him one. I wasn't even thinking about it. See, true power, increase your power level by 50%. Oh, I don't know about that one. That one seems like it's too good to be true for him. That would be crazy. That would definitely be crazy. I guess you can give him Yajirobe Strike. which nullifies all effects. So if I'm not mistaken, that means that whatever enemy that you're on, if they're like can't be stunned, can't be sealed, you know, can't be whatever, like attack down or anything like that, then yeah, I think it like erases that off, so to where they're actually able to be stunned and being able to have their super attack sealed and stuff. So I think that would actually be pretty decent for him because he already has a stun mechanic. So why not have it medium chance or even high chance? Like he has a high chance to, and then you can literally stun him after that once you pop the active skill. I think that'd be great. Now that I'm actually thinking about that one, that would actually be pretty decent. That'd be solid for you. Now let's go to our favorite Super Gogeta that STR Super Gogeta has outclassed this man. At this point in time, he has literally outclassed him, and I haven't rainbowed, so I don't have this guy rainbow. I don't have a dupe of him, but I have seen rainbows and stuff like that, and people still saying he's pretty much still outclassing him because STR Gogeta can hit for like 4 million on Heroes team and stuff. Like he can hit for 4 million with a crit, and boy, and that's I don't even think I've even used him well on a type disadvantage. So yeah, okay. Super attack causes immense damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. That's still not bad. You can have like greatly lowers attack and defense. Is still not bad. Attack 120% and attacks effective against all types. You could probably go attack 150% and defense 90%, and then effective against all attacks. Still pretty decent. His stats going up. I won't give the thing for all of them right now because this video is kind of going off a little bit longer now. It's definitely longer, so you can still do that as well. And his stats, you can pretty much make out what his stats are probably going to be like as well. Now for his active skill, it's a little interesting because you can give him Spirit Cannon, which cancels your opponent's attack turn. You could give him charge up, double your next attack. You could be like break attack, break your opponent's guard, so he does even more damage. Double strike, attacks 2 times in a row. I don't know if that would give you like an additional super attack. I don't know if you have a super attack, it would give you like an additional super attack. If that's the case, then that would be really good. I wouldn't say key focus because he's not a nuke or anything. He wouldn't need that. He has no mechanic for that. Key release, increase your key to 100%. You wouldn't really need that as well. True power, increase your power level by 50%. I think that would honestly work for him too. So I think charge up, true potential could really work for him. I don't know about surprise attack. I mean, extend attack for 1 turn. I don't know. I mean, you can kind of be like whatever you want with that one. It's just like a thing. Spirit Cannon would kind of work as well too, but that's not for me to just go ahead and say. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. One of those 3 could probably work. True power, true potential would be really good. Double strike attack is like, I mean, attack twice in a row is like okay on that one, but I don't know. I would probably double your I'll probably give him charge up, double your next attack. So I think that would be one that would be very good for him. So you pop it 1 rotation, and well, you pop it that same rotation, it should double his attack right in that one. So I think that could probably work for this guy and make him a lot more viable. I would probably say at that point, maybe he's better. Maybe he's better than the STR Gogeta. Maybe, or if not, roughly around the same, where you're just probably going to be, especially 100%, because I'm looking at these guys like 100%. So at that point, I'll probably be like, I guess then it'd be like a toss up to however you felt like, but I mean, the active skill will probably push him over the edge. So I'd probably give the edge to the Intelligence Gogeta on that one. Now we're down to literally the last one, which is Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Okay, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. He has 3 super attacks, which we all know. His 11 key super attack is his strongest one. His passive attack 120% plus an additional attack 60% and defense minus 30% for 7 turns from the start from the start of turn. Okay, his defense going down sucks. His attack is 180% for 7 turns from the start of turn. So 180%, but he loses 30% defense, but he doesn't gain any defense. I think if you take out the losing defense and if you take out the for 7 turn stuff, then you're like whatever. Or you can extend the 7 turns to maybe like 10 turns. So maybe he just gets that buff of 60% for 10 turns, but he doesn't lose any defense. Or maybe you give him 50% defense for 10 turns. So now he's got a little bit of defense there instead of losing defense. I think that could work. Gotenks is like very well rounded when it comes to all of his at his max stats of 15,900, 15,900. So literally his HP and his attack would be the same amount, and then his defense would probably be roughly will be like 11,000. So he would literally have 17,000 and something for each, 17,400 for each HP and attack, and he would still be insane with SA15 and stuff like that. This man would literally be a monster. I mean, they could go ahead and even for his EZA, they could go ahead and literally get rid of his 9 to 10 key and 12 key super attack. That way you're only getting 11 key super attack and make that the new 12 key super attack. So he loses the other 2 and just gives him a 12 key super attack. So he only has 1, which is his strongest one, and that's what you're going to get every time. You could do that. So that's just me on that one. His now I don't even know if I want to try and give him anything, because I mean you could have counter add, so you can have counter right here and add damage received to next attack, or you could be like telekinesis. Well, I don't know if they want to give him telekinesis. You won't really need key focus. A key release, increase your key to 100%. You don't really even need that for him. Potential, true potential, reduce damage received. I think reduce damage received by 10% could sort of still help him on the defensive side, but 10% is only 10%. It probably had to be a little bit more than that, probably like 80% or something. Pressure, lower power levels, lower enemies power level by 50%. Surprise attack, I guess surprise attack would be sort of good for him as well too. So true potential and surprise attack would be pretty good for it. So that's the list that we know of right now of active skills, and that's all of the cards for the 120s. Like I said before at the beginning of the video, this was pretty much just for fun, and also it kind of gives Bandai somewhat of an idea, because I honestly think that if you went back to being able to use your whole mono, extreme, or super teams, I think that would be in today's meta with all the cards that we have now. I think that it would be very, very good. It'd be very, very viable, and plus you still have your categories that are still better. And again, the categories would be having, some of the categories will have more attack, some of them will have more HP and defense, some of them will have less HP but more attack and defense. So I mean, these guys would still fit in their respective categories and stuff like that. So they either be hitting harder or weaker in some cases, but I think that it would be better to being able to go back to this, because could you literally imagine the teams that you'd be running now in 2019 with just having 150% plus 3 key or 4 key on that literally type? It would be insane. And right now in today's category, like of Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you could literally run the LR that's literally the counter to them on the team, so with their active skill as well, and all the other LRs and stuff like that that's came out new and stuff. So that's just a fun video for this one. It was a very long video. I probably should have told you guys to literally get some get some popcorn or something, because it's a very long video, very long. But if you guys did enjoy, you already know what to do. Be sure to straight up that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And also, if you want to go that one step further and beyond, you can join Discord, link in the description, or you can go ahead and literally rank these guys what you think they would be in 2019 if they got easy A's. How dramatic do you think this list would change? I think it'd be really crazy, in my personal opinion. I think it'd be really crazy. But I'm out, guys. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you later.